is Christine with cricketscorner.stampinup.net. Today I'm doing a card out of the Ribbon of Courage stamp set, and ribbons can stand for all kinds of illnesses and diseases and things like that in our life. So I'm making this card because one of the awarenesses that we have in our family is scoliosis. My oldest daughter was diagnosed with scoliosis when she was 12, and her scoliosis quickly progressed till in like a year and a half, and it went from like 28 degrees to 80 degrees, I think it was, within a year and a half. And scoliosis, in case you don't know, is the curvature of your spine, and your spine's supposed to be straight, but hers ended up curving. And it's, I think what we have discovered is that it's a family trait, basically. So she inherited it. So excuse me. So I'm making this card to bring awareness, and also to hand out to anyone who may be going through the same thing we had to go through. She actually had surgery, corrective surgery, in October of 2012, I believe it was. And so actually it may have been 2013, I'm not really sure. But she did have corrective surgery, so she does have the 2 rods and several screws in her back to keep her back straight, and she will have to have that in there for the rest of her life. So anyway, I just wanted to make a quick card in awareness of that. So here we go. So we're going to be using our sequin trim, our mini sequin trim. We're going to be using, of course, our little miniature glue dots, our tape, paper snips, our snail adhesive, and these are the colors we're going to be using. I have a Whisper White cardstock. I cut this cardstock in half, and I scored it 4 1/4. So that's ready to go. And then we have Emerald Envy, which is the color of Scoliosis Awareness, and Scoliosis Awareness month is in the month of June, which ironically is the same month as her birthday. So her birthday's June, and so it's kind of funny to me that it happens to be on her date of birth month. So Emerald Envy, and then we have Smoky Slate. I got glitter everywhere from this little thing. Smoky Slate, and then we have the Silver Glimmer paper. I cut out the Whisper White with our thinlets, our stitched shape framelets. So it created the little design in there with this. And then we're going to also be using the framelit for the Ribbon of Courage. Let's see if I can find, I think the actual set is over by my big shot. Let me see what the name of it is so I can make sure I give that to you correctly. Hold on. Okay, it's called the Support Ribbon Framelets. So here's the Support Ribbon Framelets, if you could see that. Okay, that's the name of the thinlets that we're going to use to cut these out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already got my stamps ready to go. And we're also going to be using the Emerald Envy ink pad. So I think that's the first thing I'm going to start with is the stamping. Go ahead and open this up. Get our little Whisper White stitched framelit thing all ready to go. Go ahead and get the stamp. It says, "With faith, all things are possible." Okay. Go ahead and ink that up real quick. And I'm going to try to get this straight. And I'm going to just stamp it right in the middle. There you go. Perfect. And I don't think we're going to need any more stamping, actually. So we're going to put this away. And we're going to slide this over here to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting the card together itself. So this is our Emerald Envy. It's going to be our base. And then we're going to go ahead and, actually, I did do an embossing folder with the Smoky Slate I think I said Emerald Envy a while ago, but the Smoky Slate, and I'm thinking that might give it a little bit more character. Oops, I keep bumping it. A little bit more character to our card. It just seemed a little bit plain whenever I made the card earlier, so I'll show you. We'll go ahead and use this one just to see what it's like, see what the difference is. So go ahead and do your snail adhesive all the way around, all on the edges, and even a couple in the middle, or 3 or 4. We don't want this thing coming off. So I'm going to put that right there in the middle, and I thought it was kind of neat because it kind of gives you like a curvature kind of thing. It kind of looks like scoliosis back. So that's just my thought. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take our silver glimmer paper, and I'm going to get my little miniature glue dots. I'm going to put it on the back of that. Probably about 4 of them because we want it to really stick well on that embossed folder. And I'll have to look up the name of the embossed folder and tell you what it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just lay it right here in the middle, maybe a little higher, right in there. Make sure it sticks really well. Excuse me. And then I'm going to get, here's my silver, mini silver sequin. That's kind of hard to say all at once. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over, put some snail on the back just to kind of hold it in place as we wrap it around. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to put one right here, stick it really well, and then we're going to wrap it around just like this. But we're going to kind of go at an angle and then stick it on the back. And then I'm going to come down here, pull some more ribbon out here, make it a little wider like that. It looks good, and stick it on the back right here, and then we're going to just cut it, and we're done with that. Now I'm going to get some more of the Scotch tape, get some long pieces, and we're just going to hold it down for extra security so it doesn't go anywhere. We don't want that coming off. Okay, so we got that done. Alright, so now we're going to take our little sentiment, and I'm going to put my Stampin' Dimensionals on there. Put about 4 of them on there. I'm kind of putting them at an angle somewhat so we can make sure that it's going to stick to this glitter paper without sticking to the sequins. But it'll probably stick to the sequins anyway, but that's okay. Super simple, quick card. Now I'm going to kind of layer this down a little bit, put it right there, make sure that sticks really, really well. Okay, there is one more set of stamping. Let me get, totally forgot, the main event. Let me find my paper. Hold on just a second. Okay, here's my green, my Emerald Envy. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my ribbon stamp, get my Emerald Envy ink again. And I'm going to ink that up pretty well. Okay. And then we're just going to put it right here. Doesn't matter where, or you don't need to make it all even or anything. Go ahead and push down on it to make sure it's going to soak in that ink really well. Put my Emerald Envy. Now we're done with that. Now, we're going to take our little framelit and we're going to cut this out with our Big Shot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen, and I'll come back with it all nice and cut. Okay, so I got my ribbon cut out with my Big Shot, so I went ahead and I'm going to just put this away, and we're going to take some of our Stampin' Dimensionals. Isn't that pretty? So cute. And we're going to put it on the back of this cutout. Okay, and I'm going to take, you could either get a miniature mini glue Stampin' Dimensional, or just cut 1 in half of these. And I'm going to put this on the side here. I probably could have put a big one there too. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just take these off. such a cute card for a great cause, and pretty quick actually. I got one more thing to do after this, so be patient. But we're gonna go ahead and just put it right, and the reason why I put this over here so that on this side it won't push down on this whenever you get ready to put it on there. So, and there is that. Isn't that so adorable? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and adhere it to our main base card. Go ahead and stick that thing on there really well. And this is just our Whisper White. Okay, so we're going to take our Whisper White and put it right here. And there you go. Make sure it's on there really well. And you know what? I think I like it so much better with the texture behind it. It just gives it a little bit more personality. A little bit more excitement. The other one just seemed a little bit too boring, but it still turned out really good. So there's that card, and here's my other one I made earlier. So what do you think? I think I like this one better, but this one is pretty too. So I think either one of them would work really nicely. So, well, there's my card that I'm making for scoliosis awareness. And if y'all have any questions about scoliosis, feel free to call me or text me or PM me or leave a message below. And we will talk to y'all soon. Thanks. Bye.
Snowflakes fall